So this is the Hoof GP, and this cow has had a long and twisty journey so far. Here she is back in the crush, and we're going to see exactly how she's doing now. This is the Hoof GP. If you haven't already subscribed, think about doing it right now by clicking that button below. It's completely free, but it does put a little smile on my face every single time.
And I won't let it rush when I see you dance, and the moment comes when I fall and time goes slow. I fall into you.
This cow has been in my crush on more than one occasion, and she's had a long and twisted story. Let's look at cow 701's foot and how she's doing now. This is cow 701 as we first saw her just a couple of months ago. As you can see, she had a huge flap of loose and detached horn on that inside claw, but that wasn't the real issue. It soon became apparent just how extensive her injuries were. This inner claw was causing her a huge amount of pain, and as we trimmed on, it only appeared to get worse and worse. She had a deep axial fissure, a deep cut in the axial wall of that medial claw, and they're notoriously hard to fix. But add into the bargain digital dermatitis, which she has, and you've got a real problem on your hands. It's not hard to see why she was in so much pain when we first saw her those short couple of months ago. We ended up removing almost the entire sole from this inside claw, and you can see very clearly in these pictures behind us how infected with digital dermatitis the corium was. Now remember, I'm not making her bleed. All I've done is remove that loose, overburdening hoof horn, which reveals the trauma causing all of the issues below the surface. We trimmed away as much of the loose and detached hoof horn as we possibly could, but made sure not to cause any more damage. This is already an incredibly painful thing for the cow to have to endure, so we definitely don't want to make it any worse. Trimming hoof horn away from this inner wall can be really difficult when it comes to access, so I place a nozzle back in between the 2 feet and go at it with the grinder. Then it's time to prepare the foot to BoviBond on a block and make sure that it sticks. This lesion is infected with digital dermatitis, so we applied oxytetracycline before wrapping it with a salicylic bandage and hoping for the best. We returned then about a week and a half later to see how the results were coming on, and as you can see, we had a chance to remove the bandage ourselves and see what the results would be. I love getting to remove bandages that I've applied because I get to see the healing process in action. And as it was, she really was beginning to make progress just after this short amount of time. I levelled up her feet again before taking a second to decide on the best course of action. That lesion is still there and it's still open. It's also still slightly infected with digital dermatitis, so we sprayed it again with Repoderma, and as the bandage was doing such a good job, we applied a fresh one in the hope that we could indeed kill all of that dermatitis. So we are back now, and we've got her in the crush to see how she's doing now, so it's fingers crossed and on with the trim. Clearly at first glance the results are very promising, but that real problem area was up in between the claws, so I'm desperate to get my knife out to investigate further. So in the last video you saw of this cow, we put a block on here and we wrapped it with salicylic acid. We've actually seen her once since then, and as you can see we put 2 blocks on to lift this claw completely off the ground and allow that problem area to dry out, because the problem was it wouldn't stay out of the dirt. The dirt itself does cause some minor problems, but actually the moisture is the main thing. And as you can see from the way I'm using my knife there, this hoof is nice and dry now. And finally, we're able to see the real difference we've made to this cow. What a difference, look at that. I am really, really happy with it. It doesn't look beautiful up in there, but it is much more comfortable. And this cow's all the better for it. She is done. And off she trots, much more comfortable than when we first made acquaintances. Guys, this has been the Hoof GP. My name's Graham, his name's Craig. Thanks very much for watching. Goodbye!